We're going to try a couple of other kinds of queries. Right now, we're still in Project 1C. We're going to take records with quota identification numbers greater than 2. So we're going to go back to the Create tab. We're going to do Query Design again. And then we want the representatives table. And I think that's the only one we want. So we'll close that. We want quota ID. And, well, I wanted to put rep name first, and then we want quota ID. So remember, I can either use the down pointing arrow here, or I can double click on items from up here to add them to the fields that will be shown in our query. So for quota ID, our criteria is going to be greater than 2, and I'm going to hit tab, and it puts automatically the quotation marks around 2. I do have to enter the greater than operator, and I have to enter the number, but it does the other part for me, and that can be kind of fiddly to have to put in quotation marks, so we're glad that Access will do that for us. And then we're going to run the query, and you'll see we've got our representatives with quota IDs of more than 2. So then again, we're going to save that, and we have to give it some complicated name. Quota ID greater than 2. I'm going to put greater than 2, and notice I didn't put any spaces in there because Access does not like spaces, and I'm going to close that, I believe. Yes, I am. And then we need to do one more. So we want to find out sales that have been greater than 999,999. So back to the query again. I'm going to create a query, and I need the sales table, and I need client ID. Oh, I'm done with that one. Client ID and sales. And so then down here, I'm going to insert the criteria. We want to find sales greater than 99,999, like that. Hit enter, hit tab, and this time this field right here has been identified as currency in the table. So if we look at the sales table, this column right here, this is currency. See how it's formatted? So that's why it did not put quotation marks around it. Before they were identified as short text, I think. So that's what's going on there. I'm going to close my sales table so it doesn't mess me up when I run the query. And let's run it. I like clicking that run button. We've got to get back to our query design tools there, run. And there we have all of our, I might have missed something. Doesn't that look a little funny? Let's go back to our design view and see. You know what? I'm missing a 9. Let's try that again. Run. It's telling me there are none. I had it right the first time. So there you go. Greater than 9,999. Yeah, greater than 100,000. Okay, excuse the little fumbling there. So the next thing we're going to do is save this query as sales greater than 99,999. Okay. And we're going to close that. So there's one other kind of query I want to show you. We're going to do query design one more time. We are going to show the representatives table, and that's the only one. And so what we're looking for is phone numbers that begin with 765. And so we want the rep name, and we want the telephone. It didn't give me telephone. There we go. And then for telephone, we are going to enter 765. 765. So I put the parenthesis there, we're looking for area code, and then I'm going to put an asterisk, because that means that Access will look for anything that starts with parentheses 765. You didn't need to type the quotation marks, I just did because it felt like it would be good to do that. And then I'm going to click my Run button, which is so much fun, and we have 3 representatives in that area code. Then I'm going to save, and they wanted us to save it as reps with 765 area code, and then we are done with project 1C.